I can hear what you're thinking. Great, another convenient roundup of recent tech news. Just what I needed. Epic Games has officially gotten some backup in its war against Apple. 12 other companies, including Spotify, Tile, and Match Group, have formed the Coalition for App Fairness, which will advocate for freedom of choice and fair competition across the app ecosystem. The group's specific demands mirror the ones made by Epic in its lawsuits, calling for Apple to end its anti-competitive policies and lower the default 30% cut of App Store revenue, which I'm sure Apple will do eventually over their collective, dead, perfectly maintained Californian bodies. They're a beautiful company. Although Apple did just make a concession to Facebook, allowing event organizers to skip paying the 30% cut for 3 months, giving Facebook until the end of the year to implement in-app payments for events. I don't know, maybe Tim Apple has a heart after all. A beautiful, sandblasted metal one he could afford with the $20 billion he gets from the App Store revenue. Amazon has unveiled its own cloud gaming service called Luna, complete with a custom controller, taking fellow cloud storage giants Google and Microsoft head on. When it launches later this year, Luna will be composed of gaming channels, which you can individually subscribe to. That sounds like cable. I thought we got rid of that. So far, the only channel that's been announced is the basic Luna Plus for $5.99 a month, but Ubisoft's channel is in the works. There's other ones coming too, apparently. Unlike Stadia, which runs off Linux servers, Luna will use Windows servers with NVIDIA T4 GPUs, which are basically RTX 2070 Supers, meaning developers have to do less work to get their games on the platform. But you know what's missing? Vague claims about negative latency. That would really sell this for me. Interestingly, Luna will be playable on PC, Mac, Fire TV devices, and iOS, skirting Apple's cloud gaming service restrictions on the App Store by not being on the App Store. What's going on here? Luna will be a progressive web app on iOS, which I guess Apple is totally fine with. So we might see Google and Microsoft follow suit with web apps for Stadia and xCloud, instead of making individual App Store apps to stream each title in their library, which is what Apple wanted them to do, but I'm pretty sure that was just Apple's idea of a hilarious prank. NVIDIA launched the RTX 3090 on September 24th, and it went only slightly better than the RTX 3080 launch. Most likely because there were way less people lining up around the digital block to purchase a $1,500 graphics card. But NVIDIA still went ahead and pre-apologized to fans. You pre-order, we pre-apologize for having the card in limited supply due to the constraints of physical reality. We're sorry, we just haven't figured out that duplication spell yet. Reviews of the card are also out, showing the 3090 getting 10 to 15% faster gaming performance than the 3080. Yeah, turns out the 3090 isn't exactly the Titan by another name that everyone thought it was, although it is still a decent card for professional creators. But will decent be good enough when AMD releases its flagship Big Navi cards?
Probably.
Codenamed Sienna Cichlid and Navy Flounder? What did I just say? Were those words? Horrible code names. Some leaks have led fans to speculate Team Red's GPUs could actually be faster than the RTX 3080, and that would certainly be nice. Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by the new Vessi weekend shoe, literally because they carried me onto the set, because it was wonderful. Vessi's famous for making comfortable, lightweight shoes that are also waterproof. You can walk in almost any terrain and your feet will stay nice and dry. The new weekend shoe is easy to dress up and down, and personally, I love it like my own child. You can use our offer code Techlinked to get $25 off any pair of shoes. So check them out now at vessi.com/techlinked. Quick Bits. Amazon also announced a ton of smart home stuff today, including a new globular Echo design, a Ring car cam that will start recording as soon as you say, "Alexa, I'm being pulled over," to keep police accountable. Interesting. And the Always Home Cam, an autonomous self-docking drone that will patrol your house if an alarm is tripped. Also, Alexa devices can now bark like a dog to scare off intruders. Just a wild day over at Amazon. They're having some fun over there. Microsoft's 1 terabyte storage expansion for the Xbox Series X and S will cost $220. Now you might remember the Series S itself only cost $299, which means that the Series S is basically made up of a 1 terabyte SSD with $80 of electronics slapped on. But wait, The Series S only comes with a 512 gig SSD, enough for a single Call of Duty Warzone installation. But Game Pass. Someone on 4chan has leaked the source code of a number of old versions of Windows, including Windows XP and Server 2003, along with a folder full of Bill Gates conspiracy theory videos. That's the more interesting one to me. There is some concern the various bits of code that do overlap with Windows 10 could be used for malware or to finally out Bill Gates as a reptilian. Why is he so chill all the time? Cold-blooded. Gamer news time! Left 4 Dead 2 has been jolted back to life one last time. David's excited with the release of The Last Stand, a community-made and Valve-approved update adding a new campaign, survival mode maps, and various fixes and tweaks. Go challenge him in-game, I guess. Are you playing this weekend?
Yeah, play with me, not against me.
And it's free, right?
Yeah.
The game's free this weekend, so play it with you? No, that's too easy. And more gamer news, Rocket League is now free to play on the Epic Games Store, breaking a new record for concurrent players and crashing servers. Hey, here's a tip for new players. When someone says, "What a save," they're not paying you a compliment. And the Tribeca Film Festival will add video games to its official selections in 2021, with Jeff Keighley, Hideo Kojima, Sam Lake, and other industry veterans serving on the festival's advisory board. That's right, games are art now. Tribeca said so, it's objective. And this episode is objectively over. Come back on Monday for another convenient roundup of tech news. It's when the Apple Epic hearing starts. So it's gonna be real, it's gonna be pretty good.